Bienvenidos a ¿Qué pasa, Polk? Yo soy Anita Rivera. Vamos a empezar para revisar las acciones de la Comisión del Condado en su última reunión de este pasado julio 19. El presupuesto es la temporada de nuevo sobre nosotros, lo que significa que la planificación de lo que cabe esperar en el próximo año fiscal. Como tal, la reunión del martes fue dominada en gran parte por el ajuste anual de las tasas de amarillamiento del condado para el año siguiente. La Junta aprobó la tasa de impuestos del condado y su presupuesto para el año fiscal de 2016 al 2017 en 6.7815, que es el mismo que el año en curso. Esta tasa se compone de dos elementos: una tasa de impuestos que opera fondos generales de 56815 millésimas de pulgada y 1 punto de millésimas de pulgada para la carretera y sus transportes. Las tasas de amarillamiento propuestas también fueron aprobadas para las siguientes unidades de servicio municipal: cansados o MS2Es, la biblioteca MS2E se mantuvo sin cambios desde el año fiscal actual a la 0.2109 milésimas. Los parques MS2E se mantuvo desde el año fiscal actual a la 0.5619 milésimas. También el Rancho Bonito MS2E también se mantuvo sin cambios con una tasa de 9.1272 fijado ese martes. Esta tasa de impuestos se aplica aproximadamente a 906 parcelas en el Rancho Bonito, que se encuentra en el noreste de Polk. El MC2E Aguas Pluviales también se mantuvo sin cambios desde el año fiscal en curso a 0.1 milésimas y la Junta también fijó la audiencia. Su presupuesto público provisional para el 12 de septiembre de 2016 a 6 p.m. No se la pierdan. En el condado de Polk, la comisión de juntas en el edificio de administración aquí en Conby Neal, ubicado en el 330 oeste de Church Street en Barstow. La Junta aprobó una recomendación del Comité Asesor del Noreste del Condado de Polk Calzada para hacer dos proyectos que costaría alrededor de $350,000. El primer proyecto crearía una bahía vuelta en U al este del casco antiguo de Kissimmee por carretera, a lo largo de County Road 54, que se prevé que costará alrededor de unos $150,000. El segundo proyecto incluiría mejoras de señal y de intersección de Johnson Avenue y Powerline Road. Ese proyecto se estima que costará alrededor de $200,000. Así que en otras noticias, las noticias de la comisión del último aquí en martes continuó con honor a los empleados desde hace mucho tiempo y que trabajaban voluntarios en la comunidad, que incluye la presentación de los certificados de servicios a 5 empleados del condado para su dedicado servicio a Polk County. Aquellos empleados incluyen a Roy Gersner, un operador de control de la contaminación del agua durante 20 años de servicio; Ryan Kordek, un administrador de planificación de transporte durante 20 años de servicio; Pete McNally, director de gestión de emergencias de Polk County por 20 años de servicio; y Ramiro Hernández, un administrador de casos en Indigente Healthcare por 25 años de servicio. Tom Coulter, un especialista de la red de servicios de radio para la División de Gestión de Emergencias, por 25 años de servicio. A Tom Deardorff, el director de Planificación y Desarrollo y el director ejecutivo de la Organización de Planificación de Transporte del Condado de Polk, por sus 30 años. Al igual, Katie Joxwell, director ejecutivo de Aquí para Allá, Mantener el Condado de Polk Hermosa, presentaba el 2015-2016 limpiarlo a Green programa para arriba, lo que ha ayudado a limpiar cientos de toneladas de basura de muchas áreas de Polk. Mantenamos a nuestro condado bello. La Junta aprobó la liberación de una fianza en efectivo de $72,713.40 para la casa de la fase 2 Highlands Subdivision tras la finalización de los trabajos. La Junta volvió a nombrar a Susan Brewer como miembro de la Comisión de Planificación para un periodo de 3 años que será extremo o que se caduca el 31 de agosto del año 2019. En las audiencias públicas, también la Junta aprobó la entrega de 3 reductores de velocidad a lo largo del Lakeshore Drive cerca de Polk City, que costarán alrededor de $5,250. También la Junta aprobó una enmienda al Plan Integral de Pequeña Escala que cambió la designación del futuro uso de la tierra a partir de medio residencial y comercial corredor lineal institucional en alrededor de 4.5 acres de tierra a propiedad de Westwood Iglesia Bautista Misionera. Será cerca de Winter Haven. La necesidad de que sea posible el almacenamiento al aire libre llevó la Junta que aprueba una ordenanza para cambiar el mapa subdistrito del Código de Desarrollo de la Tierra en aproximadamente 38 acres de tierra en Lakeland Center Business Park, de 1X a 2X Center Business Park. La Junta votó para transmitir el Departamento de Oportunidad Económica de Gran Escala Plan Integral en el mapa, enmienda para cambiar la designación uso futuro de tierras en 1.675 acres en el Westgate River Ranch Resort de Desarrollo de Impacto Regional, Recreación y Open Space y la Agricultura Residencial Rural de Ocio Recreación, Institucional, ROS y Enclave Comercial. Esta audiencia se continuó el 7 de junio del 2016. Así que eso es todo hoy por la Junta de Revisión, pero hay más que viene hoy en esta emisión de nuestro ¿Qué pasa Polk? No se lo pierda. Regresamos después de este anuncio.
Miguel Díaz.
Presente.
Miguel Díaz.
Presente.
Miguel Díaz.
Miguel Díaz.
Los estudiantes que falten 18 días o más de escuela en cualquier grado corren el riesgo de atrasarse y no graduarse. Las ausencias se acumulan. Mantenga la cuenta hoy. Visite boostattendance.org.
Hola y bienvenidos otra vez a ¿Qué pasa Polk? Bueno, mi gente, ya se acabaron las vacaciones del verano. Ahora viene lo que es el Back to School. Así que si eres nuevo a nuestro condado y no sabes dónde vas a matricular a tus estudiantes, pues aquí tenemos a 2 bellas muchachas que nos van a hablar sobre cómo van a empezar su año nuevo escolar del 2016 al 2017. Así que pongan atención, va a ser en inglés, pero es una lección. El que no sabe inglés, hoy va a aprender inglés. Así que hoy tenemos con nosotros a Denise Atwell and Debbie Henderson. Gracias. Thank you for coming to ¿Qué pasa Polk?
Thank you for having us.
All righty. So looks like you're going to have a busy year, as always. And going back to school is always a big shebang, because I can see everyone walking around Walmart with their list of what they need to get for the kid, and et cetera, and lots of organizations in the area helping those needy with backpacks and things like that. But I think that our audience doesn't know very well the how should I say, the skeleton, the meat and bones of what the Polk County school system is. And that's why we're here today, to talk about certain things that you guys do that's so wonderful for our, our students. So when does school begin?
August 15th.
August 15th. Aha, okay. So those who thought that classes began a certain day, is August 15th. So I guess students start to get letters in the mail about orientation or something like that, or
yes. Usually the orientation is on Thursdays before school starts.
Okay.
So teachers return on the 8th. So it would be that Thursday, which is the 11th. Many schools will post it on their marquees. You'll see in the newspapers. They may be sending flyers home. Most schools are going to try to accommodate parents. They may have a morning one and an evening one for working parents to get to come and meet their teachers and get acquainted.
So Debbie, tell me, what do you do for the school system?
I'm a regional assistant superintendent for elementary schools.
Okay, and how did you get into that?
I've been an elementary person my whole educational career. I'm a teacher, resource teacher, assistant principal, and most recently for the last 3 years I've been regional assistant superintendent for elementary schools.
I love your necklace. I have a thing about costume jewelry I just love. We had Taylor Benson on our last show. She had a beautiful piece, and I was like, I gotta go get it.
Thank you, Anna.
Love it.
I like a little bling myself.
Oh yes. It just dresses up and makes us, extra beautiful. So Denise, tell me, what's your role with this county?
I work with Title I schools, and I deal with parent involvement and family engagement.
So for our audience that's not familiar with Title I, explain what that means.
Title I is one of the largest federal aids to education program. It started in 1965 with President Johnson's War on Poverty, and what it does is it gives extra financing to schools to help low struggling students. And we have this year coming up 93 of our Polk County schools are Title I schools.
Awesome. So then the Title I covers tutors or extra computers, or
it can provide. Well, let me back up. The goal for Title I is to improve student achievement, which is the goal of Polk County schools. But we do that in 3 ways. We do it through instruction, through staff, and through parent and family engagement. So it can be materials, it can be technology, it can be staff.
Good.
A lot of Title I schools will support their academic coaches, reading and math, and reading and math interventionists that give tutorial help to students as well.
Good. One of the things that I was going to ask, and I guess we were talking about it off camera, and I haven't heard of it, so I know that there used to be the back to school bash, and I haven't heard of that lately. And I guess that really helped a lot of students and a lot of families, because we have a lot of things in this county that are always challenging to our students and their parents. But I'm sure that there are organizations and companies out there that will help our students, because a new backpack means a lot to a kid. It just makes them feel like I'm ready for school and things like that. So,
Anna, can I jump in and just share that there are so many civic organizations. Rotary does Stuff the Bus for schools.
Good.
Churches will do a backpack drive for most schools. So if a parent has a need that my child needs a loaded backpack with all the school supplies, if they'll just ask the school principal or principal's secretary or assistant principal, every school has supplies and backpacks for students and are just waiting for someone to need them.
The college where I work at, we just teamed up with the Auburndale City Hall, so that we can be a location for parents to come, and we're going to start that in a couple of weeks, where any organization can bring and make it be a drop-off point, and parents can come with their list, and there'll be backpacks or school bags already ready with the needed items for them to get into school, especially for the elementary school children who always love to have a brand new notebook, and
it's exciting. It's very exciting.
I remember I used to drive my mother crazy. We used to go to the Woolworth store, and they don't have those anymore, and I would just go crazy. And she says, "Okay, you can only use so many pencils. Okay, so just calm down."
I love picking out my lunchbox.
Oh, I had a lunchbox that had. I never had a Barbie one. I had a Archie, and I had a. I think it was the Josie and the Pussycats.
We're dating ourselves.
Yeah, I was like, oh man. The last lunchbox that I bought was for my son, and it was a Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon backpack. So that tells you how way back he goes. So, but one of the things that I think a lot of our parents that are moving into Polk County or to any areas here in the state of Florida, are, especially if they're coming from somewhere else that's not stateside, are, you know, I think that in the next segment I want to explore what are the needs that they need to do in order to register their children and things like that, especially those who are not English-speaking students. So, en el próximo segmento vamos a hablar de cómo vas a poder matricular a su estudiante aquí en nuestro condado y qué es lo que necesitas saber. Y pongan atención, mamá y papá. Esto es muy importante para ustedes porque la educación de sus niños es muy importante que ustedes se involucren en eso. Así que regresamos después de este anuncio.
Cuando te pongan a prueba, no te rindas. Arranca solo después de oír el clic del cinturón, porque cada 8 minutos un pasajero de 8 a 14 años resulta lastimado en un choque.
Hola y bienvenidos otra vez a ¿Qué pasa, Polk? Ya llegó la temporada escolar, así que vamos a hablar cómo vas a matricular a tu niño o tu niña a la escuela aquí en nuestro condado. Así que pongan mucha atención, que ustedes que acaban de venir de Puerto Rico o de otros países o de otros estados necesitan saber qué hay que hacer, ¿ok? Así que, so let's talk about what is needed for our students coming in, especially those that either come from Puerto Rico or come from any other states or any other countries that are not Puerto Rico. What is needed for them to enroll their student? What kind of paperwork, what kind of things they need?
Okay. Going to the district website will give parents a list of everything required for first-time enrollment in Polk County schools. They can also visit the school they think they might be going to. And even if it's not their zoned school, they can also give them a list of immunizations, birth certificate, physical. If it is the school that you are zoned for, you're going to need 2 proofs of residence, like an electric bill or a mortgage or a lease. To provide. So they can give you a list of those items, and even if you don't have all of those with you, they can start, if that is your zoned school, they can start your registration process. And they will keep with you and give you reminders, you know, if you don't have your physical, we got to get the physical in, or all the immunizations to start school. So your website can help you, but your local school can as well.
What's the website that they can go to?
www.polk-fl, our Polk school website.
Okay, great, great. So how about switching schools? I know we were talking off camera, and you just mentioned about if it's in their zone. Let's say, for instance, I live in the north side of Lakeland, so I had a neighbor that her son went to school with my son, and my son, when he graduated from private school, he started to go to Harrison, but her son went off to Kathleen, and she didn't want him in Kathleen. She wanted him in Lake Gibson. So could she have still put her son in Lake Gibson?
There's a process that we go through for transfers, out-of-zone transfers. Okay. In elementary school, you can go to your school and ask for the form, and they can give it to you. You can fax it to People Accounting, and they can give you the number. It's on the form. If you have a request for maybe grandma's going to keep your children after school and you're working parents, and that is convenient for grandmother, or maybe it's closer to your work. You can certainly ask for transfers, and if the school is not full, many times the district can accommodate that. We are under class size, which means that we have to cap enrollments, and sometimes you may not even get your zoned school if you're very late in registering. Okay. For high school, there are those options of all the academies. I think Polk is one of the best districts in offering things for our high school students. Kathleen does have the Aerospace Academy. We have medical, like Gibson has business, pre-law, EMT. There are just so many things for high school students. Now, I didn't have that opportunity when I was going to high school to experience an academy that would prepare me for my life's vocation. So if you see something at another high school you can always apply for that academy if it's not full. Now, if their registration is full, you kind of have to get in line and wait and see if someone changes their mind. But there are those options for students to kind of get serious and take a look at, what do I really want to do in life as I enter high school?
That's the only way they can actually decide where they want to go. Because I talk to a lot of students, and they're like, I don't know what I want to do. I really don't know what I want to do. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, you just let a great opportunity, but then that comes back to educating the parent. You know, how can you visit the website and educate yourself as to what's good for your child? Because your child, I feel that every child has a talent of something. Deep down inside, every child has something. And if you can capture it and catch it while they're small, there's some of them, when you see them playing with trucks and pulling them apart, then you're like, in your mind, you should already start thinking creatively. Okay, this kid likes to tear things up, put them back together again.
Agreed.
So he's going to be a technician of something. Kind of like rear him or guide him towards that. You know, so I get to see that. I went to a high school that was just like Harrison in New York, and it taught me, my first year of school was photography, screen printing, calligraphy, and graphic design. Second year, it just gave me, you know, academies every year, and I knew exactly what I was going to do. So when I graduated from high school, I knew the college I was going to, what I was going to pursue, but I was working a summer job doing what I liked from high school. I want to say that I was honored last year to sit in the Polk Academy's board, and I loved it. I saw so many things. I says, this is what's needed, because we're always being attacked in our county about our school system, and I think that is something.
We have a lot of good things.
And we have a lot of good things, a lot of them.
So if you had a child that had a talent for the arts or acting or drama, we have Rochelle School of the Arts that they can apply for, or if you're on the other side of the county, Davenport School of the Arts.
Yes.
And then that opportunity to fine tune, so when they do audition for Harrison, they've got some skill and craft behind them because they've been working on it.
They have a way to bridge over. So Denise, you were talking to me off screen, off camera, about the parent centers. What exactly do they do for our parents?
We have 5 of them, and they are located on different school campuses. They are for parents with a child in a Title I school. But the Parent Center offers an abundance of resources as far as has computers for parents. It is staffed with a bilingual paraprofessional. We offer classes, and the classes are through the community. We have Rosetta Stone to help the parents even learn English.
Wow, Rosetta Stone, that's like...
Yeah, that's our most popular. We partner with Florida Polk Prosperity. They come in and do nutrition classes, as well as UF IFAS, University of Florida, couponing classes. We do free tax prep there. We are an access site, so that is very helpful for parents, so they can come and get federal assistance and do their WIC and so forth. We have homework help every Tuesday and Thursday for students. And it's full of an abundance of resources.
Wonderful.
And in multiple languages for parents to check out, and they can take the materials home to help their child.
That's wonderful about the multi languages, because it's not only Spanish.
No, Haitian Creole
you
is
have
very...
Haitian Creole. You have people from other countries moving in here. I mean, all of a sudden we're starting to see people from India and Pakistan and different backgrounds, and they may speak English, but sometimes they feel comfortable in saying something in particular in their own language, and I'll be attest to that, because I do that a lot of times myself.
And Anna, Denise is a little shy in telling about these resources, but she has decorated these parent resources. They would be your style, Anna. They are top
very
shelf.
welcoming.
They are.
Nice.
They are. They're nice for parents and students to come to. Really nice.
Are there pictures of that on the school website?
There are.
So
Yeah, if they go to the polk-fl.net website, there's pictures, there's links. There's calendars of the events that we have there, and they're very warm and welcoming.
And they can sign up for the centers
Yes.
on the website? Okay.
They can
any
call
criteria?
and set up. No, as long as they're, as far as checking out materials, they need to have a student in a Title I school.
Okay.
But all parents in a Polk that have a child in a Polk County public school are welcome to visit the center.
Awesome.
And Denise, aren't they manned and open during the day?
They
Every
are.
day? They're fully manned during the day. Someone is there to assist parents.
So if the child's in school and the mom just dropped them off and she needs to do something, she can go and stop by at the center?
Oh, yes. Yes.
How about job search? Do they do that there too?
You know, we are trying this year to implement some workshops for parents on writing a resume, interviewing
That
skills,
is
dressing
awesome.
for success.
That is so nice.
So we will offer some different workshops, and if there's a need and a parent expresses that, we will definitely work to get a resource in there. But test prep materials, there's just an abundance of information,
I'm
resources in
sure
there.
of how to because parents also go through the same behavior through the school year as the child does, as the student. You know, you go, your child's like, a day before something is due, I have to do the science project and I have to go, and I'm like, it's like 9:30 at night, off you go to Walmart to go get what you need to do to get this project done, and you're up till who knows how long. And so I'm sure that there's probably time management skills that are taught to parents on how they can kind of teach their kids to do
One of
it
our
too.
most popular classes.
Okay, so I hit the nail on the head. All right then.
And also, I'd like to mention that on Orientation Day, August 11th, the centers will be open.
Okay.
So if any of our non-English speaking parents need help filling out the paperwork, they can go to the center and they can help them complete that paperwork and make copies and, you know, just be an extra resource.
Okay. So I'm sure that there as well it helps with with parents who are with a challenged student. If they have Asperger or autism or anything
We
like
have
that.
materials in there for
That
them
will
as
help.
well.
That is
We
that is
partner
awesome.
with all federal programs within our district, ESE, ESOL, as well as community agencies. So there's resource information there for parents on outside resources that we can help them. We partner with United Way, and we can help them find some resources.
That is good to know. That's good to know. So how challenging has the school year been for Polk?
We are always seeking to increase our graduation rate. We have executive principals working with schools on that, on the high schools. We have a lot of resources for our schools, help, assistance, trying to get graduation rate up, because that is critical. We know
It
that
is.
education in the United States is a great equalizer. No matter where you come from, your history, your background, your genealogy, you get a good education, and it opens doors for you.
Education is power.
It is.
And I think that a lot of our young students, they're so influenced by pop culture, they forget that education is power. And
It is.
so
It is.
let's close this session by asking you one of my favorite questions. So what do we expect for 2016-2017 in the school year now that we have a brand new superintendent?
Well, Superintendent Byrd brings a lot of, I call it rich experiences with her, in that she's a classroom teacher.
Awesome.
She has a heart for students, you know, a big heart for students and teachers and staff. She was an elementary principal. She supervised schools, something similar to my role before becoming the deputy superintendent. She's invested in Polk County. She is very involved. You will see her at so many functions and so many student performances you'll see her at, supporting our students and affirming the work that students and staff are doing. I think if I could sum up my thought about Superintendent Byrd would be that her goal would be for us to think back to the best teacher we ever had in school. And we can all think of that teacher. But that every student, every day, in every classroom, in every school, would have that best teacher experience.
Yeah,
every day.
I have mine from third grade. Her name was Mrs. McDonald. So thank you so much for coming by and letting our audience know of how to get ready, how to get themselves ready, and the kids. So thank you for coming by.
Well, thank
and
you.
you ladies did wonderful. Así que, pues, eso ha sido todo. Así que ya saben, tienen dos chicas muy lindas y buenas aquí que les van a ayudar con mucha información. Y no se olviden, la prioridad es la educación, porque la educación es el poder de manejar su futuro. Así que, chao, nos vemos en la próxima.